Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 26, and it was titled Truth Bombs. Real quick, if you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. And if you end up liking this review recap, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. All right, y'all. So this episode, at the end of the episode, they showed like some clips that's supposed to be coming up soon. With more exciting stuff. Can we get to that soon? Because yeah. But anyway, let's just jump into it. Okay. Brittany and Marcelino. So it opens up where it left off last week when Marcelino got the key card, so he's going into Cindy's room or whatever. So they go and open up the door and stuff like that. Praise God, she's not in there on the floor or anything like that. The bed looks like it hasn't been slept in, so they're trying to figure out, well, did she come back to the room? Like, where is she? So Brittany is worried. She doesn't want to find her mom like dead with any needles in her arm, rape, anything, kill, anything like that. So she's like, I need to find my mom. I need to find her. So Marcelino, he over it. He pretty much like, why are we looking for her? Like, it's amazing how Brittany hasn't given up on her mom, but her mom has given up on her. Like, I'm over everything. She like, look, I want to find her. He like, okay, well, let's pull down the street a little bit. Let's park. Let's walk around. I'm not going to leave you out here by yourself. He's making her nervous and upset. So she popping off and it's just a mess, child. So they get out the car with the dog and they just walk in the streets. They was walking the streets for 5 hours looking for Cindy. She's showing random people the mom's picture and stuff and just trying to find her, like on foot for 5 hours, just looking in every ditch, every nook, every cranny and stuff. And at one point, Brittany had told us how she what she said? She said that one time her mom was missing for 3 days and she ended up finding her. And her mom was like in somebody's closet, doped up, and she said she burnt her nose on a crack pipe or something. I said, what in the world? So she hopes that she doesn't find her mom in that situation again. So she looking. What else, child? So Marcelino, he ready to go home. He like, maybe she's stumbling into the hotel or something like that. Like, it's been 5 hours. Like, we got kids at home. Like, why are, what are we doing? She was like, well, look, you can go. He was like, look, it's getting dark. I'm not finna leave you out here. She want to go back to the hotel. So he like, at this time of the night, like, for real? She like, yes, because maybe she went back to the hotel. So they sitting in the van across the street a little bit looking. All these cop cars come up. It's like 5 cop cars or something like that, child. And they looking like, what's going on? What's going on? Is that my mom? What's going on? So apparently some crackheads got into a fight. Here go Marcelino. They did some crackhead kung fu. I was cracking up. But at some point, the mom comes back. So she come back, walking to the hotel room or something. And Brittany was like, oh my God, that's her. Marcelino like, all right, what we waiting for? Let's go over there and get her. So she like, I want her to bring her back to the house. He was like, my house ain't no alcohol rehab or whatever. She was like, Mars. So she get out the car. She asked the mama, when you been? She like, I've been at my boyfriend's house. Boyfriend? What? So Brittany like, really? And then she all like calm and indignant too. Like, well, what you doing here? Like, why was you looking for me? Like, what's the problem? And Brittany like, are you five? Okay. Get in the car, mom. You come with us. So she like, all right, whatever. She get in the car. Brittany like, mom, just tell me the truth. Where were you at or whatever? She was like, well, I was hurting. I was feeling bad and stuff. And I was looking for some pain pills and stuff. So Brittany's like, well, did you find some? She was like, no. I don't believe her. I believe she found some pain pills or whatever. Because, like, how you out all that time and you ain't find nothing? Girl, stop. So Brittany like, well, I want you to come to our house and I want you to get yourself together or whatever. Brittany, Marcelino, he don't say nothing. He's just like, I'm mentally tired. Brittany was just like, I don't want her to die and not have anything nice to say about her. And I don't want her to die and not living a happy moment in her life. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Of course, Brittany blames herself for her mom going on drugs and stuff. And she's saying like the whole thing was like maybe we shouldn't have went to counseling, maybe I pushed her too hard, maybe this is my fault. And I'm like, Brittany, this is not your fault. Your mama is gonna be on drugs regardless if you left her alone or you was with her. Like that's just her lifestyle right now. And until she want to get help, she not going to get help. And the sister, when she called the sister looking for her mom, her sister was like, well, this is just mom. Like, but Brittany just can't give up on her mama, and she gonna run herself ragged. And hopefully she don't push Marcelino away by chasing after her mama each and every night and every day, because that's crazy. Because they found her at like 1 a.m, and I don't even remember what time they went out to look for her. But that is ridiculous. Cindy need to get it together or just leave her daughter alone at this point. Who we gonna do? Lamar and Andrea. And the children got more. I say this every episode. The children got more sense than them two. Okay, Andrea. We open up with Andrea packing up her stuff. She packing up. She like Priscilla pack up some stuff. Tennyson pack up some stuff. Nyla pack up. So she packing up some stuff because she hitting the road. She getting everybody stuffed in the car, and she get in there, and then Tennyson like, you not really leaving, are you? Because she backing out the driveway. And I'm like, Tennyson, she had you pack a bag and she backing out the driveway, and you gonna ask her, is you really leaving? So he like, you not really leaving? She like, yes, I'm really leaving. He was like, no, I'm getting out. I'm staying here with Lamar and stuff like that. So she like, so you gonna leave your mama? You gonna disown your mama? He was like, no, it ain't even like that. Like, I'm getting out of this car because I need to be here with him. He needs to feel like he is right and he's a part of the family and cared for and stuff like that. So he gets out the car. Nyla gets in the front seat. Nyla, Priscilla, and Andrea, they leave or whatever. Of course, I wish Tennyson gets some moisturizer on his head. That stuff is so dry. If he just go a light bulb, he would spark a flame. Like, that's just ridiculous. But I'm just like, why is your hair so dry? Like, just put the bottle of moisturizer, put a straw on it or something, IV or moisturizer, something in that. Child, that stuff's so dry. Anyway, Tennyson get out and he tells us how, he wants to be there for Lamar and be supported. Lamar is happy that Tennyson stayed because that means Andrea got to come back. He like, look, I'm gonna go get me a drink and stuff, and he go out pacing. Tennyson like, look, I don't want. He was like, Priscilla is extra calm about this whole thing, and I don't want her to feel like this is the way of life. Like, this is the right thing in life. This is how you're supposed to grow up, and this is how you're supposed to handle situations and stuff. That's why he doesn't want to go on a mission, and that's why him and Nyla protect her so much, and that's crazy. Like, ridiculous. On the other side with Andrea, she like, I just feel like Tennyson was kidnapped. Girl, shut up. He's saying he what, 18? If you don't shut up. So Nyla like, no, it's not that. We just get worried about y'all, and we just want everyone to be safe and stuff. And if y'all not going to be happy together, then y'all just shouldn't be together. I'm like, exactly, Nyla, exactly. What else? She like, we gotta treat y'all like children, and that's crazy because Lamar and Andre act like two big ass kids, and that's just goddamn ridiculous. Both Nyla and Tennyson worried that the relationship won't last and they'll end up breaking up and whatever. She checking into the hotel. Nyla was saying like she didn't expect all of this drama to continue once they moved to LA. Lamar is texting them asking, like how they're doing, whatever. She's telling them they're doing fine. They checked in and stuff, and she asked how he's doing. He says he's fine, and she was like, I think he's lying to me, but he doesn't have to tell me what's going on or whatever. But she's worried and stuff. Priscilla is like, I don't like when y'all fight because it just makes me feel like my family is separated and stuff. And so then Andrea apologizes, and she's saying like when it escalates, she knows she has to get away from Lamar or whatever, but she doesn't want her children to feel like this is a bad example for her girls, basically. Like, she doesn't want them to feel like this is the behavior that you're supposed to be doing. And it's not. Like, she needs to grow to beep up. Like, she knew what she was getting into with Lamar. Like, she want to control him. He's a grown-ass man. Y'all both need to sit down and have a conversation. She keeps saying it's about the fact that he made Priscilla lie to her or whatever. And I can understand that, but it also is on the fact that why did this man feel like he needed to lie to you? Like, evaluate that. Like, think about that. Like, why do you think he wanted her to lie? Like, what's the problem there? Like, let's solve that problem and then let's move on to the other problem and the issues. Because if you're not keeping him away from his other family and his daughter and stuff like that, or keeping the kids away from his family, which you are, because we already done seen it, because you don't like their lifestyle, you don't like how they smoke weed, you don't like X, Y, and Z, so you won't take them around there. So, like, let's talk about that, Andrea. Don't keep putting everything on Lamar and saying, like, you mad that you brought them around him. Like, you knew what he was about. So, like, come on. Take some responsibility. Take some accountability for what you did and what you put them children into. She's annoying to me. And I just, at this point, let him be a daddy to his child, and y'all need to separate, get some counseling for each and every, both of y'all need to get individual therapy, and then if y'all want to be together, y'all need to get some couples therapy, and then if y'all figure out y'all can work it out and deal with it together in a calm, collective way, other than this, all this drama and stuff like that, then okay, come back together. But if y'all decide that y'all can't, then separate, because this is just ridiculous and too goddamn much. I'm just tired of them. That was it for them. I don't even want to get on Lindsay and Scott, but let's go on Lindsay and no, I'm not, because that's gonna make my head hurt. We're gonna say them for last, because I can't with them. Let's go with Shane, John, and Lacey. So Shane and Lacey's dad are going golfing and stuff, and we see Lacey with her girlfriend, and then we see John being a stalker. Okay, like, he really stalking. He following her goddamn Instagram or whatever, and he then found out she at this restaurant. He parked outside the damn restaurant. Child talking about something. Do you think I should go in there? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I. Sir, if you don't get a hobby or something, like, that's scary. Like, I don't, no, that's some fatal attraction type shit. Cause look, I don't trust it. We need to put y'all need to be on watch for goddamn Lacey ass all the time, okay? Cause that's crazy. He up here stalking her like that. Like, you went to the house last episode. Now you at the restaurant, outside the restaurant, and he's a team too much. At the golf course, we see the daddy. He, showing Shane how to golf and stuff like that. He, like, imagine that the ball is John's head or whatever. Shane hit that ball so far. I said, damn. So Daddy basically dropped the T, talking about something. So what would you do if John came out of jail? He was like, well, I'm going to protect my family and stuff like that. He was like, well, I heard that he was out of jail. He was like, you heard or you know? So he was like, if he out of jail, I'm going to take this golf club and, beat him over the head. Here you go, Daddy. Yeah, because Shay said some other stuff. He was like, yeah, that's what I said to Lacey when she told me he was out of jail. I said, Daddy, no. Why would you? Daddy, no. Daddy, no. Daddy dropped the T. Shane was like, oh, so Lacey, no. So why would she not tell me? Like, why would she lie to me and not tell me? And I'm going to get to the root of this or whatever. I said, oh, God, they was doing so well. And then Lacey telling her friend Sarah that John was out of jail. He texted her and stuff, but she hasn't replied back. And she was like, well, are you going to tell Shane and stuff? She was like, no, I'm not going to tell Shane, because if he breaks parole or whatever, he can go back, he can risk 15 years and stuff. So she said she's not going to tell Shane. I'm like, girl, it's too late. Your daddy done already dropped that bomb. Yeah. So you need to be getting it together on why you decided not to tell him, which I feel as though was wrong. I can see her not wanting to tell him because she don't want him to go to jail, but she could have told him in a nice, calm manner. Like, he out of jail. I just wanted to let you know. I don't want you to do nothing crazy, but I just wanted you to know that he was out of jail. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. We together. I'm pregnant with your baby. Like, this is the life I want to live, but I wanted to let you know this is what it is. Boom. That's it. But no, she want to keep the secret, and now Shane know, and then he ain't hear from you. Girl. Child. And then John, he ain't going inside the restaurant. He ended up leaving. I was like, what in the world? He was like, he not gonna do it this time. So, and then the previews look like him and Lacey gonna meet up. I don't believe it. But then again, it's Lacey, and she got a hard on for John too. So, Sarah and Michael, I'm over them too. They picked up where they left off last week, where they arguing, they going back and forth. Like they was just arguing about the same ish over and over again, and it's just stupid. He never gonna understand what you go through to be a single mom, and you not listening to him. It's just the back and forth. Like you not gonna get through to him that he is a piss poor father, and just because he calls his children every now and again does not make him father of the year. He not gonna understand that, and then y'all not gonna get it. Y'all not listening to each other. Y'all keep hitting this brick wall because y'all just screaming and yelling, and y'all not listening to each other's side of the story. He may got a little point where he's saying like, if you mad at me, you won't let me talk to my children or whatever. That's a big problem, because it shouldn't matter if she's mad at him or they're not vibing or whatever. He should still be able to talk to his kids, especially if he's calling them, which I don't really believe. But if he is, like, let him talk to them regardless if you mad or not. And then she's saying like, you wasn't there, I needed you, you wasn't there, you went off to Miami to go be with your girl and yada yada yada, and I needed you here with your children and so forth. He not listening to that because he still think it was a whole she wanted him to be with her type thing. So they just going back and forth, and it's just pointless and stupid. And I'm like, well, y'all arguing in front of these kids, and then you send the child off to go sit with the stroller. Like, who watching the baby? And then it's just stupid. They just stupid. They stupid. They gonna end up getting back together. She say he don't respect her. That's why she with Malcolm, and because Malcolm respects her. Girl, you gonna push Malcolm away because you want this fool to come stay with you for 2 weeks while he there. So come on now, get out of here. It do got a lot to do with him not being with you and him being with these other women. If you so over him, why you getting so emotionally riled up and stuff like that? Just be like, you know what? You right. You right. You the father of the year, because you already know what it is. So why are you arguing with stupidity? Like, I just don't understand that. Just be like, you know what? You right. My bad. Even though he not right, and just let it go. So she said she came over there to be civil and let him see his kids and all this other stuff. And then she said she gonna let it go. And he said he gonna come back over at nighttime to see the children and stuff. She's just like, all right, I gotta go. And then she pulled off. I'm like, this is so stupid. It's the same story over and over again. They argue. He go over at nighttime to see the children. They smash. And then he go back to the hotel. And then she feel like they gonna get in a relationship. And then he go smash some other woman and get cash apps for 15 different women. And then she in her feelings again. And then it just go all in this whole cycle. Like, get off the ride. Get off the damn ride already. Like, ain't you nauseous and sick? Like, goddamn. Like, why? Just why are you still on this roller coaster? Like, that's crazy to me. But she don't love herself enough to know that she don't deserve that foolery. And that she just need to have, like, somebody... not a middleman, not a meteor, child. What is the damn thing called? Mediation. Somebody in the middle to be like, all right, you stay here. They can come meet, get the kids, pick the kids up, take the kids to you. You spend the time with the kids. You get the person back to she needs somebody like that. Somebody that's not involved. Somebody that don't know both of them, but know them enough to be safe with the children, to divvy the kids up, and just leave it like that. Like, don't have no conversation. The oldest child, old enough to talk to her daddy on the phone by herself. The baby just goo and gaga, and she don't need to really talk on the phone. She just need to look at the picture and be like, hey, and whatever. So just do that. Like, come on, all this back and forth and yada yada yada. Just they just annoying to me. Moving on to Destiny and Sean, because they just extra sickening. And then in the previews, it looked like they done got married. So I'm like, Sean, you dumber than I thought. But anyway, she outside with her mama, and the mama they got some alcohol or something like that. The mama drink right out this big ass bottle, child. And the mama said that she was, well, not the mama. Destiny tells us that her mama had a drug problem when she was growing up and stuff. So I'm like, all she did was switch the drugs to alcohol. That's not good. Like, you supposed to stay away from all vices. Like, so she a drunk now? Like, get out of here. But Destiny basically saying how she don't want to backslide because she's going to court and she's nervous about going to court because we hear a little bit more about her background where she was raped by her uncle when she was how old did she say she was? I don't think she said. Did she say maybe 13, 12? I don't remember how old she said she was, but she said for years her uncle had raped her or whatever, and she didn't tell anybody for years and stuff, and then finally she told somebody, and then she faced him in court and sentenced his ass to 25 years to life. I said, good girl. And so she says that's why she is nervous about going to court all the time because of that. She's having PTSD from that time when she was, sending her uncle to court and stuff like that. So she's saying, like, talking to her mom about how she don't want to go to court because she's scared she's going to get 7 years, which I don't think she's going to get 7 years. I think they basically going to dismiss the charges same as they did the other time, but they want to scare her, or actually they probably want to make her run. I'm sorry, y'all, something on my lip. They want to make her run so they can put her ass in jail. So, but I don't think she's getting no dang on 7 years. So that's what she's talking about to her mom. Her mom is crying to her, pleading to her, saying like, I apologize for, not being there for you and stuff, and that really hurt me, but I don't want you to not go to court because you're not that same person anymore. We see Sean, he ended up trying to call her. Of course, she declined the call. And that was pretty much it for Destiny. She did say she was going to think about going to court, but she's not sure she's going to go to court or whatever. Then we see Sean. He at the house. He's still at his house. I, for some reason, thought he was already on his way to where she was. But he's still at his house. And he's saying, like, I'm worried about this and stuff because it's $50,000 on the line, but I'm worried that, Destiny just still won't, show up and stuff. And then, like, all this Facebook stuff, and then I see all of this, and then I see her doing, like, all of these things and stuff. And so I'm just worried that, it'll be the same stuff, and, like, it'll just be, like, the, one second, y'all. My bad, y'all. All right, so he was like, "Oh, I'm worried about all this Facebook stuff because, yeah, like she's with all these men. Like, was this when she was in jail, or like was this before she was in jail and stuff? So I'm like really worried about that, and I know she doesn't want me to come to see her and stuff, but I'm going to do it anyway. I just know, and I'm more worried about this Facebook stuff than I am about the $50,000. I was like, what? You more worried that she cheating on you than about the $50,000, sir? What job? What do he do that he not worried about the $50,000, child? Like what? And I forgot to tell y'all how Destiny was saying like she figured out all this stuff about Sean and she thought it was gonna be like the fairy tale and stuff, but then she realized that it wasn't all it was a nightmare. It wasn't all it was cracked up to be and stuff. Talking about something. The more she thought he was going to hold her up, he let her down. I'm like, what? And she's talking about something. She keeping her options open. Wasn't you already keeping your options open earlier? Like, girl, was you? I don't know. I don't know if it's that she's scared she might go back to jail and he gonna leave her. And so she trying to break up with him before he can break up with her or something like that. Or she trying to spare him or something. I don't know if it's that or she just really... I don't know. She like really think that he let her down. Like y'all let me know what y'all feel about that. Because watching this episode, it was kind of... to me, like, I know she a user and an abuser, but to me, it felt like she was making up excuses as to why she didn't want to be with him, so she could like let him go, or because she was scared that she was going to go to jail versus he was acting a fool. Because I don't feel like he acted, I mean, he doing something with Kelly. Yeah, he doing something with Kelly. But other than that, I don't, what did he let her down? He done gave you his credit card. He letting you ride off in his car. He like, you spending up all his money. He gave you $50,000. He didn't know your first nor last name. Like, come on now. Destiny, get it togetger. So I just think she making up excuses and stuff like that. I mean, I don't feel sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for him because I think they all stupid. Matter of fact, I don't feel sorry for nobody on here except for maybe Brittany, because her mom is going through something and she can't let go of that because that is her mom and stuff. So she has to be attached, or well, she feels as though she has to be attached, because even though like your parents can be toxic, and sometimes you gotta let them go too. Like, you can cut off them and it's okay. Like, because they're being toxic and stuff. But if she doesn't feel that she can let go. So I just feel bad for her. But everybody else on this show, Lindsay and Scott, something wrong with Lindsay. Scott is stupid as hell. Because let me tell you, I'd have called the cops when I came home and saw all my stuff outside. That is vandalism. That is a felony. How much was that computer? Because if you destroy something over a certain amount of money, it is considered a felony. I can't even say the word right. A felony. A felony. It is a felony. So, yeah, he dumb as hell. She done ruined his clothes, his computer. She on the phone with Tara Bell. She then carved FU in the damn desk. I'm like, and that desk looked like it was, I don't know if it was made out of real wood. I might be lying. It probably was something, whatever. But at any rate, I mean, because IKEA be having some nice stuff. So, because I got this nice wood desk from IKEA. But we know, whatever. We're not talking about that. But she carved in FU in this man's desk. Even Tara Bell was like, what? Huh? It sounded like Tara Bell hung up the phone on her because she crazy. She done tore this man's office up. That's vandalism. That's destruction of property. Like, you doing all of this stuff because you found an old phone with some women in there. She go outside, want to confront him, asking him that he talk to prostitutes and stuff. And he like, no. He was like, he told us when he was single or whatever. And I think he said when he was a single dad or whatever, he would talk to escorts and so forth or whatever. So he did do that when he was single and, whatever. But he said he wasn't, doing it now and stuff. But when she went out there and was like, you talking to prostitutes? He was like, yeah, I met one in prison. I was like, oh, you good, Scott. But anyway, she come out there with a whole attitude. She just all crazy and stuff. And he's super calm. He got the patience of Job. Like, he is super calm. He don't pop off. He ain't acting crazy. He tells us, like, this is the reason why she went to jail. And this is the reason why she probably gonna go back to jail. Like, he is, like, super calm. He don't say nothing. She just acting crazy. She asked him about the bills, like, was you paying the bills and stuff? And he was like, look, I ain't got to tell you about my resources, and I'll be damned if I'm telling you about any of my resources or anything like that. That'd be crazy. And I was like, exactly. So then she got the book, and she like, well, here go the book where you said I wrote this out, or you thought I was lying, and I wrote the paragraph out or whatever, but this the book right here. And he was like, okay, so that's the book. She was like, yeah, that's the book or whatever. So then she throw the book at him. He was like, well, her point showing me the paragraph in the book, but then don't show me the page in the book was pointless. And my thing is, yeah, you could have got it out of the book. However, sweetheart, you chose to write and copy that paragraph out of the book. Why did you write that paragraph out of the book versus all the other stuff out of the book? So therefore, you looked at that and was like, oh, yeah, I can do that. It didn't matter if you got it out of the book or not. You took stock into that paragraph and you just did what that paragraph said. Hello, you was Scott. And he said for 2.5 years, he assisted her daughter, and he cared for her and stuff like that. But he was saying like she not the person that he met in prison, and it's been like a downward spiral for both of them or whatever. And she tells him like, look, you need to go down the street and find the next inmate And because I'm not gonna hold nothing back, and if you didn't know, it's over, and I'm probably gonna be effing some other person in your bed tomorrow or next weekend or something like that. Then she tossed the table over, flipped the table. I said, Scott, and Scott just sat there looking at the book. I said, but she getting mad because she not getting a rise out of him, because that's what she wants. She want to get a rise out of him, and he not gonna give it to her. But I'm like, girl, you don't have a pot to piss in. So you talking about it's over? Okay, get your stuff and get out my house. Like, this is my house. My name on the lease. Even if I rented this house or bought this house, who name on these paperwork? Who name? This say Scott right here. This say Scott. Who name on the paperwork? Child, she doing all this time about something. It's her rules. She running stuff, and child, I said, Scott, I'd have been right on that phone. Hello, this 911. Yeah, it's a crazy bitch up in here. It's like, she not even that cute to be acting like this. If she don't go somewhere, like, But y'all, that was the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about it down there in them comments. If you like this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time, peace.